I am late. My voice is gone. Let's get into it.
Get busy in here, get busy in here. Yeah, my squad run deep. Yeah, we really in here. I swear whatever you want, you can get it in here. Comedy or the drama, it's a mixture in here. But you love it in here. Yeah, you love it in here. Got reviews up in here. We got stories in here. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell. Oh yeah, 3 clicks like the shoes on Dorothy in here.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy BusyBlu, and I am Black with another BusyBlu and Associates morning meeting. Make sure that you like, you comment, and you subscribe. I don't know why today my voice is gone, but it is, okay? For those who are new here, BusyBlu and Associates morning meetings where you all work for me, and I talk about hot topics, gossip, and news that I think is interesting. And if you feel like that was me, y'all. My bad. Because I'm sitting here trying to move stuff. BusyBlu and Associates morning meeting is where you all work for me when I talk about hot topics, gossip, and news that I think is interesting. And if you think you have something interesting, you can always share it with me at BusyBlu, no space, no E, on Instagram and on Twitter. The way that you get credit for any day's meetings that you say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, direct to Busy, whenever you're watching this, wherever you're coming from. Now, we are a little late today, but that's because we got a full breakfast in the bag. We talking eggs, bacon, grits, sausage. We got toast. We got donuts, we got bagels. We have a whole new thing in the back because there is a lot of work that needs to be done, but there's not a lot of people doing it. So we just want to showcase to the people here in the organization that we do appreciate you. Okay, so we're gonna try to make this week as clean as possible. Okay, so I'm gonna start by saying good morning, and then we're gonna get right into it because I gotta go to work. Okay. Everybody take out your pencils and pens, and please let someone know if you need a pen, just put a pen in the chat. If you need a pen, if you need a piece of paper, put a piece of paper in the chat. If you already have your pencil and paper and you're ready to take notes, put the piece of paper and pen in the chat together, okay? Somebody who's new here, show the people the ropes. Let the people know who are new. Okay, so see, Jay Campbell says, Jay Campbell's ready to work, okay? Already got the notes. Jay Campbell is ready to work, okay? If you need a pen, or you know what? Just like Tamala did, put your pencil in pen, put your, just put your note taking already. Tamala's already ready. One of the elite employees, Tamala is, being here for girls. Really helping us from the ground up. See, some people are still getting their stuff from the back. There's stuff in the back. Chi-Town, can you please hurry up and get your damn food and so you can get back to your seat? Thank you. See, some people, Yanni is ready. Okay, somebody pass SLS a pen. Somebody, can we get a pen? Can we please get a pen? Start passing this stuff in the back. Let me say good morning. Okay. Good morning, Jay Campbell. Good morning, what's up, Vanner? My line was suspended, but it came back on. What's up, Kerber? Hey, Ravine, G Wiz, what's going on? Hey, Tamala, SLS, what's going on? Ravine said, yummy. Y'all know, please watch Ravine because she be taking extra snacks to feed her family. We have caught some stuff about her taking extra snacks to feed her family, and somebody please watch her when she make her plate. Chi-Town, good morning. I appreciate you. Kay's Bird Account. What's up, Yonia? Good morning, Deb. It was Deb's birthday, you guys. So make sure you say happy belated birthday to SoDeb. Yesterday was his birthday. So say happy belated. Y'all put your B's in the comments for SoDeb and say happy belated. And in lieu of giving cash to him, super chat me $5 for his birthday. Amen. 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 So I want to let everybody know that we are now changing the way that we do drop-offs here at the BusyBlu and Associates. We had an incident. And some of the women have been coming to our office, just letting us know that they don't feel comfortable dropping their child off at the at the child drop-off place, because now we've started to have people who are only dropping their child off to get dates. And this is not a dating website. This is a company. Okay, so I'm gonna show some of the footage. And then you all let me know if y'all feel like we should stop the child drop off. Okay. Now keep in mind, this man does not work here. From what we understand, this is someone whose family works here, but they've been able to finagle the system, which we're still doing investigation into it. They've been able to finesse the system where then they can, some people outside of the company can drop their children off. We're still looking into it.
What's going on, bro? School was good?
Yeah.
Cool. Who's that in the blue backpack?
Who?
The blue backpack.
With the green shorts?
The blue backpack.
Right there?
Yeah. Who's that? Who's that?
He's in my class.
Yeah. Does he ever get picked up? Is that his mom?
Yeah.
Does he ever get picked up by anybody else? Like any guys or anything? You never seen his dad before?
I don't think he has a dad.
Cool. Y'all should be friends. Are you friends with him? You should invite him over for a play date.
He's not really my friend.
Yeah, but y'all should become friends. You can't just keep playing with the same people every day. You got to branch out. You got to get out there. You got to get to know different people. You got a birthday coming up, matter of fact.
My birthday's in 6 months.
I know, but we got to start planning it now. So how about I make some invitations? You give him an invitation to your birthday party that I'm gonna plan, and then if his mom has any questions, she can call me, and then yeah, we could do that for your birthday. But because he looks like a nice kid, y'all should be friends. That sound good?
I guess.
Cool. Yeah, let's get to know them.
So y'all let us know if we should. Ravisa, I'm not mad at him. Curly clocking it from France. Hey, Curly, what you doing in France? Did we give Carolyn a pay raise? We did give her a 2-cent increase in her salary. Okay. Congratulations and enjoy France. They said they're not mad at them. So let's just do a quick poll, put it in the chat. Do y'all think should we suspend the school drop off? Or I'm hearing from the people in the chat that we should continue to keep the school drop off because y'all like being used like this. Ravine said, I'm not mad. Banner Nanner, she was looking at her eyes. Ab's crying. Okay. I don't think he answered that. That was crazy to me. Okay, so I know you see me. You can be seen, but you could also be fired. Okay. Look at least the kids come to school. Yes. She says she's on a tour. Okay. It's hard out here. Let the people do what they got to do. So maybe we will continue the school drop off segment and section. So I'm gonna let it happen then. That's what y'all want. That's what you have. But I will say we do have a new bodyguard and security guard who is going to be manning the front just in case people were worried because we did see the young man come with his baby who wasn't supposed to be here. So we got new security. So I just want to introduce y'all to our new security.
The girl next door, she's mad at us because we're being too loud. So she wants to battle me. But she has a little boy that's your same size, and I need you to battle him.
Will you go battle the boy that's your size outside?
Hurry, come on.
Go.
Okay, let's go.
You're gonna fight him?
Yeah.
Is he big?
He's Patson. He's kind of a little bit bigger than you, okay?
Okay.
Do you want shoes on?
Yeah.
Do you need weapons?
No. I'm going to use my body.
Gonna use my body.
Okay.
I need shoes.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Where's the little mouse?
You're with the little moves. I'll go check if they're still out here. The girl next door.
Okay. And really the reason why we hired him is because I'm going to use my body. We want you to put everything that you have into this company. And if that means your life, do it. For the company, for the business. Or how much do you believe in it? But you already go through these tests and trials throughout when you're getting your training, when you're getting onboarded, we already, make you sacrifice one of your family members and stuff like that. So just company business. So if y'all are already here, if y'all still here, y'all have already done that part. So don't try to fake the funk now. Y'all have already given up your life for this. Okay, so let's get into some news. I'm going to be honest. Nothing's happening except for the run for presidency and Diddy. And that's a little sad and also a little concerning. But I'm going to talk about some stuff, but majority of the stuff that I'm going to talk about is this stuff. Again, I already had a commenter who said, look, girl, can you take a little bit of politics out of everything? But I feel like it's my duty to talk, and I'm going to do that. But what I am going to do is then I promised you all that I was just going to showcase clips. I was going to try my best not to discuss, just showcase some things to you all. So in this politics session where I'm only going to be showing videos, I'm not going to discuss, and then we'll pick back up after. I'm just giving you all news that I think is interesting and then sharing it with you all. That being said, make sure, can we get somebody to put in the comments? Make sure you're registered to vote. Make sure you know where your polling place is. Make sure that you and your family have a plan to vote. Go back, see, make sure, am I registered? Do I need to do anything else? It is extremely important that you utilize your right to vote, okay? Not for me, for you, and everybody else. Now, in this section, like I said before, I'm just going to be showing videos, and I'm going to get straight to it, okay?
Meryl Streep asked VP Kamala Harris the elephant in the room question the other day. She said, I think you're going to win in November. But what happens if he meaning DJT, and the officials refuse to accept and certify the results? And honestly, more people should be talking about this. And I know at first this seems like a wonky out there question, but it really isn't. Our system is very complex. And as you know, it's not just the majority who decides who wins, but there's a lot of moving parts to selecting a president. I went to Yale Law School where I focused in constitutional law, specifically the Electoral College. And DJT has hired a team of very smart and tricky lawyers and understand the legal ins and outs of this process and are already mounting a ground game to do just that, refuse to certify. They don't teach this in schools, but it's critically important, so I'll explain it to you as simply as possible because you need to understand how this works. Okay, so a bit of background. There are 538 electors. To win, you need 270. In each state, this group of electors is called a slate. Really, they're just a bunch of individuals like you and me. Now, here's where the tricky part comes in. In order to win these electors, the results have to be certified. It's not a given that someone just wins. Certification is necessary. And that's basically just saying, hey, this was a free and fair contest and everything has been counted. But local and county officials, the people responsible for certifying these results, can essentially just go rogue. Their defense for this would be that there was fraud on some level. And this isn't just some crazy legal theory, this is happening. A recent Rolling Stone article found that there are at least 70 officials in key swing states that are 2020 deniers with a history of pro-DJT radical conspiracies. They support the big lie, and make no mistake about it, as Mark Elias, one of the main lawyers for the VP Harris team, put it, and I quote, I think we are going to see mass refusals to certify in November. Republicans are counting on not just that they can disrupt in big counties, they are counting on the fact that if they don't certify in several small counties, you cannot certify these statewide results. So what does that mean in practice? Take Georgia, for example, where the state board has been captured by DJT loyalists. If there are enough local and county officials that say, hey, we think that the Democrats pulled some funny business here, and we're not going to certify these results because of it, in a lot of cases, the board can and won't certify. And if there's enough of them, that might prevent the Secretary of State from being able to certify as well. And certainly the Democrats will sue, but it's going to be a challenge. And here's the thing. If neither DJT or Kamala reaches 270 or gets a majority, it becomes a contingent. Dario, what's a contingent? It's what happens under the 12th Amendment. The guiding rule is if neither gets a majority, then it goes to the House of Representatives. And the Republicans control the House, so then they get to pick the president. And then the Senate gets to pick the vice president. It's actually happened once before in 1824. Andrew Jackson won the majority. The race was split between 4, so nobody got the full 270. And it went to the House, and instead they picked John Quincy Adams to be president. All of this is very real. And to quote Mark Elias again, the other side is more ruthless, more organized, and more prepared. DJT has already told his supporters, you don't even have to come out in November. DJT and large members of the GOP are banking on this, and they have the machine to do it.
If you're not successful this time, do you see yourself running again in 4 years? No, I don't. No, I don't. I think that will be it. I don't see that at all. I think that hopefully we're going to be successful.
Mr. President, thank you for the interview. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Sharon.
And then
Okay, this other one I actually do want to talk about. It has nothing. It has something to do with the ignorance of people, just like in general. Okay, so let me present it. It looks like Janet Jackson, your favorite whispering queen, came out with an interview, okay, with The Guardian. And I'm gonna read what she said, okay? It says here that Janet said, on that record, she's saying about joining forces, protesting injustice, and pushing towards a world of color lines. I wonder where she stands on forthcoming election. After all, I say America can be the verge of voting in its first Black female president, Kamala Harris. Janet says, well, you know what they supposedly said. She asked me, she's not Black. That's what I heard. She's Indian. She's Indian. She looks at me expectantly, perhaps amusing that I have Indian, assuming that I have Indian heritage. Well, she's both. I offer. Oh wait, well, she's both. I offer. Her father. She says her father's white. That's what I was told. That's what I was told. I mean, I haven't watched the news in a few days. Days. So, I'm sorry, excuse me. Janet Jackson says her father's white. That's what I was told. I mean, I haven't watched the news in a few days. She coughs. I was told that they discovered her father was white. The journalist from The Guardian said, I'm floored at this point. It's well known that Harris' father is a Jamaican economist. Like, we've seen him several times. A Stanford professor who split from her mother when they were just 5. My mother understood very well that she was raising 2 Black daughters. Harris wrote in her book, the people who are most vocal questioning the facts of Harris's identity tend to be hardcore QAnon adjacent, Trump loving conspiracy theories. I don't think that Jackson falls into this camp, but I do wonder what the algorithms are serving her. I start again. Harris has dual heritage. I say, and given at this moment, does Janet Jackson think America is ready for her? Or if we agree she's Black or okay to be a woman of color? At first, I came out at this. Well, no, I'm gonna say at first. I'm still frustrated with her. I haven't watched the news cycle in a couple of days. This lady has been the vice president of the United States 4 years, girl. It's not. Oh, well, I haven't watched it. I don't know the news cycle. Girl, but we already knew her background. You're weird. You're very weird. And then somebody came out with an apology. Somebody came out with an apology I guess they were just trying to clear up her brand or name. And she said, that wasn't us. They're lies. They're all. She said, they're lies. They're all lies. That wasn't us. That wasn't us. I didn't apologize to her. That person wrote it. It no longer works for me. And I was thinking, wait, okay. So this person's trying to help you clean up your image. And you're like, that person actually was lying. Go. So what do you believe? I'm very now questioning everything. So what do you actually believe? Because that was a lie. That person who wrote that apology for me saying that the Madam Vice President is white. They're lying. I never apologized for. They're like, I never apologized for that. And I do not, I was not trying to apologize for calling the president white. I didn't get it. But I'm seeing it now. And I'm going to show this video, okay? That person who wrote that apology for me, they're liars. I never said that. I just can't stop. But I'm not from her generation. I listened to the songs that she had growing up, but I'm not from this generation. So I had to listen to somebody else who understood the Jacksons.
Jackson's response to I thought Kamala was Indian, blase, blase. As someone who has old parents, I can tell y'all are young because rule number 1 is you never ask the Jacksons about politics. They're always going to piss you off. Then people have been the Jacksons, the superstar Jacksons. Janet's been famous since she was 3. She's not like the rest of us. When we're talking about the levels of blackness, and I'm not saying no black people are better than the other, but Janet Jackson is the Blue Ivy of her generation. That woman has never really known poverty. It's not going to touch her. It doesn't matter. Don't ask them. They're always going to make you mad. Seeing the think pieces, I'm so disappointed in Janet Jackson. She doesn't care. Them motherfuckers lived through the Reagan administration and went and shook hands with Ronald Reagan. They don't care. They don't care, babes. You're barking up the wrong tree. Love them. Icons. Do not ask them about politics. Do not. Because I was saying it into different comments, but you put it really perfectly. The Jacksons are humanitarians. The Jacksons believe in equality for all people, obviously. They're black baby boomers from Gary, Indiana. I don't know if y'all know about Indiana. It gets weird. It gets really weird in Indiana, blood. That thing on Twitter where they had all the sundown towns, everyone, and someone in the comments had been like, Indiana is what y'all think Mississippi is. But Indiana did have a high concentration of sundown towns. I say all that to say, to think that the Jacksons genuinely don't believe in the rights of black people and the equality of black people, that's not what we're saying. We're saying do not ask these people about politics. They are involved in what's going on in Africa, how to make people equal, in the AIDS crisis, how to make people equal. Politics, no, and there's a difference. These topics do relate to politics, but politics do not necessarily relate to these topics. You can believe in doing the right thing and not be necessarily political. Are y'all following me? And the Jacksons not only are more so humanitarians than politically involved, right? They were raised Jehovah's Witness. Them people don't vote. What are we talking about? Rich Jehovah's Witness who, honestly, let's keep it a stack. These issues will never actually touch. Janet been Janet Jackson since she was 3 years old. These issues will never actually touch her. Y'all is barking up.
Y'all barking up the wrong tree. I actually agree with that. I forgot the day where Jehovah's Witness is. So y'all, make sure that you vote, utilize your right to vote. Let's move on to the next subject. Again, the next subject, unfortunately, is everything Diddy. I've been trying to keep up with some of this simply because I do know, I think Peaches and Cream came on. It was a song that me and Taylor Bay, we were driving. And y'all know Diddy had a way of putting into every song, every one of his artists' songs himself. Like damage. That song was great without him. Then at the end, he was like, Danny Kane, bad boy. And I was thinking, but we don't need this. Then he started doing this on a record, and I was thinking, why? Why? Every single they've ever had, Diddy had to be on, especially if it was a widely known one. In some way, the whole record could be hot, and we dance to it, and then in just 1 second you just hear, take that, and it's like, well, why do we need that? Why do we need to take it and actually want to give it away? And can I give it away? I will receive it, but can I also give it away because I don't want it? So it's hard to escape him because he's made himself the center of everything. Especially in a lot of songs that I definitely love. But then outside of that, it's just like he was a huge part of like my growing up. I remember the Vote and Die stuff when he was running. I grew up on making a band. I am a Danny. Y'all, I implore y'all, just do this favor for me, and then we'll talk about it tomorrow. Can y'all please? Can y'all please listen to Day 26's? Just do to be honest, I don't care about Old Town or the band. Unpopular opinion, I'm sorry. Or I think it's the popular opinion. Nobody wants to say it. I don't care about Old Town or the band. Yikes, I'm sorry. But just do yourself a favor today. Stream Danity Kane and Day 26. I say start with Day 26. Those men had longevity. Those men had longevity. Now I know about the Totos and the 112s and the Biggies and all of those people. I didn't grow up listening to that. I'm telling you what I grew up listening to. Stream Danity Kane and Day 26. Day 26's second album, I did a re-listen to it and I was thinking to myself, why y'all not here still? What do you have in store for me, girl? What do you have in store for me, girl? That I'm just telling you, what they was saying. When I get it down, I put it down for LA. You don't even know if you on the ground or the ceiling. Don't you try to play around. Cause you know I'm about to lay you down. I'll be a DJ. Just tell me what to play. No, I'm telling you. Day 26. Woo! Now you better have somebody you can touch on appropriately and with consent. Because Day 26 albums, they bring you to the bedroom. They definitely bring you to the bedroom. Okay. And then Danity Kane is just pop icons. He messed that stuff up. So I'm interested. I'm gonna tell y'all who I'm watching, and I'm gonna let it go. Y'all already know that Mims is my homeboy, and we like this. Maybe like this. So I'm watching Make It Make Sense. I've been following Tisa Tales since when she was doing tarot readings. When Tisa Tell was doing tarot readings, I've been on Tisa Tell's channel. So me and her talk. I love Tisa Tells. And then I listened to the Impressive channel. Okay. Outside of that, those are my only go-to networks. And then I just watch the news. Okay. So if I want YouTube media content, y'all go to Mims, Make It Make Sense. Go to Tisa Tells. Those two are my friends. And then who's not my friend is the lady from the Impressive channel. Go to the Impressive channel. Okay. That being said, let's go down the rabbit hole of what Diddy did today. This first video is a lawyer talking about why what happened with Diddy's arrest behind the scenes and what can be happening in the future. So let me showcase that.
Team says no. Woman comes back with a lawyer. We're going to file a civil lawsuit. I'm going to tell you the craziest thing about Diddy being locked up right now, facing mandatory minimums, the possibility of life in federal prison. Go read the transcript from the bond hearing and listen to what the defense says they believe is the start of the feds looking into P. Diddy. The defense says, my read of it, many months ago, a woman approaches Diddy and says, hey, this is through lawyers, we're going to be releasing a tell-all book about this woman's experience with Diddy over all the years. And it's going to make you look like a monster. And if you don't want that book to get out there, you can buy the exclusive rights to it for $30 million. Catch and kill this book. Diddy's team says no. Woman comes back with a lawyer. We're going to file a civil lawsuit against you because it's not just stuff that makes for good print. These are civil claims that we can bring and we can win millions of dollars. Diddy's team says, okay, bring the lawsuit. They bring the lawsuit, and within like hours, it's settled for, surprise, surprise, $30 million. After those things happened, a line of people came with stories to get their check too. Hey, if she got 30 mil, what can I get off this guy? I was there. I saw this. I heard that. And that then led to a federal investigation. See, people think, oh, somebody's out to get him. He pissed off the wrong person. It's the alcohol company that, nah, you guys got to understand that there's prosecutors out there who want big, sexy cases. They don't fall out of the sky every day. The chance to go after somebody like P. Diddy and put him away for life is like the greatest case you could ever find if you're a prosecutor. And so when a public filing gets released and you read it and you go, wait a second, that law firm is mad thorough. Wait a second, he settled it for 30 million. Wait a second. If all of this is true, then I could probably get some subpoenas. I could probably collect some evidence. I could probably build a case. They start doing it. They raid. A couple months later, they indict. It is very possible that had P. Diddy immediately caught and killed the story by paying the $30 million that he paid eventually anyway, that story never gets public. Nobody ever comes forward, and nobody in the federal government ever bothers to look for the baby oil.
I don't know. It does sound like in a lot of cases, in a lot of aspects of following this stuff, that he made a ton of mistakes because his ego was so large. And at some point it caught up with him, because I would have been saying, girl, you can have whatever you want, you can have whatever you like, girl, you can have whatever you like at whatever time, because I know how much of a monster I am. But it seemed like Diddy didn't think that he was a monster. He was going to do whatever he wanted to do. So much so that he went on national television and talked about one of his freak offs. Let's look at and listen to this.
Okay. Now we need alcohols. Right. Alcohols. Right. Okay. Now
The question was what makes a bad, sexy, one of the best parties you have, Diddy. You have your really good parties. You're infamous for your parties, bruh. The people love your parties. What makes a really good Diddy party?
we need alcohols. Right. Alcohols.
Right. Not just one alcohol.
Alcohols.
Right. Just different blend. You need the ladies, you need the booze.
You need some water.
For watering plants?
No. No, I don't know if guys have noticed this. Like, a lot of ladies drink water at parties. They just, so if you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave.
Right.
So you need alcohols, plural, several alcohols, plural, and water for hydration. Listen to what you need next.
Right. Gotta keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
You need locks on the doors. You need alcohols. You need alcohols. You need water for hydration. You need locks on the doors. Okay, I'm just telling y'all what a Diddy party entails. Sorry, not me, he.
You don't have what they need, they're gonna leave.
Right.
Gotta keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but
yeah.
Rock with me, but just check it out. You need a lot of heat. A lot of heat.
You need to keep these people locked up and hot. So you can go delirious at one point. It's so hot in there that you're just not thinking. The alcohol is rising in your body. You're not thinking, well, you're getting delirious. Now you're hot. You could be overheating. You can't think, well, you know what happens when you're overheating. Then you're like, wait, what's going on? Whatever. And now you have alcohol in your body, maybe some water, maybe if that is water.
Yeah.
Heat. You mean that physically the place has to be hot?
You don't have no air conditioning.
No air conditioning.
No.
Why is that?
Heat affects the alcohol, and it also affects, like, everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice little sweat.
That just sounds disgusting. What are you talking about?
Depends on the way you look at it.
It depends on the way you look at it. Well, girl, it's coming back to you, and you look disgusting. Last story up. And y'all tell me how you feel about this whole Diddy thing. Are you watching? Who's your favorite commenters? Who's your favorite YouTubers? What outlets are you going to talk to listen to things about Diddy? Put that in the comments. Last story up. Now, I am a Braxton stan. I'm a Braxton stan. And I'm going to say this, and I'm not going to take it back. A lot of these people who are covering the Braxtons, you can tell that they just try to get into it now. I've been watching the Braxtons since the first episode. And I've followed them. I've met them. I've been there with the Braxtons. And I've been there since the first episode. And some of these people who are giving you bits and pieces, or I'm reviewing the show now, don't know nothing about nothing. And they're only now just catching up. And what bothers me about that is that these people, because the Braxtons have been on for a series of seasons, they already have public personas. Tamar has hers, Tony has hers, Tawana and Trina has hers, Tracy has hers. Miss Evelyn has hers, because they've been on the show for so long. People have their public perceptions, and that's what we kind of go off of now. But we don't know how they got there, and a lot of the people who never watched the show before have no idea how to get there. I was watching a YouTuber, right, very popular, and this is why. One, I'm not going to review the show because it seems like sometimes popularity and the amount of viewers you have. The amount of subscribers you have is what's going to propel you, even if you have no idea what you're talking about. And I was watching a YouTuber who has over hundreds of thousands of followers and is now covering this season. And they had the nerve to say, I think they said that one time on the show, they were talking about Tracy's husband maybe having a baby on her. Yo, that whole season was iconic because Tracy was like, take the test. Where's the test? Take the test. But you are reviewing this and you're supposed to be the authority on Braxton Family Values or the Braxtons, and you don't even know anything about the people on the show. And I said, well, I'm not going to get into the algorithm because my background in the Braxtons is not going to be as juicy or salacious as the people who don't know any of the background. I was there when Kevin Sr. was like, well, maybe that was somebody else's baby and we're not sure. So maybe I don't want to take the pregnancy test, but maybe I will take the DNA test. I was there. I was watching it. I was in tune. When everybody was trying to bring Tracy in, but she still felt like she was the other because she was the only one who lived in Baltimore. Everybody else lived on the middle of the coast or the West Coast, and she didn't want to travel. I was there when Tawana felt like she was a good mother, and I felt like the only person who should have those babies is Andre, girl. You like to live with Toni Braxton and be in her orbit, and you're not the mom that you think you are. I was there when Tawana, I never felt like Tawana should have had those children, and Andre should have. And if he had to figure out a way or get alimony for her, I was on Andre's side, still am on Andre's side, and nobody can take that away from me. I was there when Tracy got arrested for drunk driving, and she had to take her wig off and all of that. I mean, Tracy had to take her wig off and all of that stuff. And every date that Miss Evelyn had been on, and I was there when Toni Braxton was going from man to man and broke and doing all that stuff. When I was there when not Tracy, Trina, sorry, when Trina was going through stuff with her ex-husband and got arrested for drunk driving. And when Trina had to take that mug shot, and when Trina was slobbing down people's knob in the band because her husband was cheating on her on the internet. I was there with all of that stuff. And some of these new content creators are just getting into it and have no background. And they're only utilizing what they already know from the background that some of us actually already know. I don't know. You guys tap in. Do you feel like Tracy's husband is actually trying to? Girl, yes, he is. Because we've seen it. They were not this methodical before. Her oral transaction. I remember, that's she kept calling it an oral transaction. We were there. Because the Braxtons reminded me of my family. And from that show and those parts of the series, Tracy wasn't going to leave her husband, but she always made sure that she didn't talk about him as the same. So now we have to automatically now believe Tracy's husband. when Tracy made it so that she didn't believe her husband and that we shouldn't believe her husband. He only got tied in once they were asking for more money, but they were broke here in Severn, Maryland, or from what I hear, they were living up the street from me. But in this part of Maryland where she needed to keep working. And that's when her husband started to defend her. But I digress. It's a big topic right now. It's one of my happy go-tos and happy shows. I love the Braxtons. I walk around this house singing their stuff all the time. Well, two of my favorite songs is The Fertile Tree and Dear Dog. Touch the fertile tree, touch the fertile tree, she don't need it. Touch fertile tree, touch the fertile tree, got 4 kids, and that's enough. She don't want no more kids, and that's too tough. She don't need it. And then, dear dog, that's where Evelyn Braxton's dog had died. And Taylor stood up to say that song. No, we don't like all of y'all. Dear dog, but we want you to know. You're my favorite dog. Oh, you made a part of the Braxton clan. And to know that Jesus, he's shown up. He's holding your hand. Oh, the epidural. Give me that epidural. Give me that epidural. Give me that epidural. Give me that epidural. Contraction. Contraction. Oh, the daddy song. The dingling. Cause the daddy song. Tawanda and Andre, it get it out it Andre and Andre it get it she got it daddy. If you call him daddy, I know he getting in the panties. If you call him daddy, I know he getting in the panties. We said daddy, yes. We got ding-a-ling because he must have a ding-a-ling of gold. Oh, he must have a ding-a-ling of gold. And Tony Braxton sang that song for her. And then one of my faves, and it's a season ritual, but I don't think they're going to do it this season because they don't do it anymore. Tama's always late. Tony's always late. Tracy's always late. It's a staple. It's a staple, but I don't think they're doing it this season. But it's so frustrating to watch some of these people who are content creators doing this show and they don't know the family. They just don't know the family. Or at least didn't watch this TV show throughout. And it's just whatever. Either way, there was a video that was released and they were talking about, it showcased a fight between Kevin Jr. and Kevin Sr. I need to get off of here. I am late for work. Kevin Sr. and Kevin Jr. and how they just had some contingency and they had an argument. And Kevin Sr. came out and talked about how he feels as if the family's trying to put it out. I also saw a couple of content creators feeling like, well, this is what I felt like the family's doing. And I think Kevin Jr. is taking more of an inappropriate approach, but just listen to this interview. It's done by the Jasmine brand.
Argument, and it appears to have escalated physically. Can you tell us what that argument was about exactly?
Well, basically, me and my father, we had, it was a disagreement that we had about not only with my mother, but also with me and him, you know. But these are things that we have been working on. You know, we've been working on like a ongoing, like bettering our relationship between each other, because it's always been like a a wall between us. But we're knocking it down by communicating more. You know, because I feel like as father and son, like I need my father. You know, and at the same time, I do love my father. You know, he's my last parent right now.
Mm.
So, the incident, it occurred, but from here on out, we're trying to just like mend our relationship, moving forward from that time. It was sometime, it wasn't too long ago it happened, but at the same time, like we're still trying to move past it, you know?
Still trying to work on it. And I was going to ask you that. You touched on it because your dad just recently did an interview and he said that the footage is old. Can you tell us specifically when that incident took place? Like how old is it?
I would say it's not saying it's old, but it was, it wasn't too long ago. So it was one of those things like I said, we had the incident. We was trying to talk things out, but at the same time, like it got heated. Father and son sometimes get in an argument, and that happens. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to fix it. I'm not trying. I'm not trying to linger on it. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to paint him as a bad person because he made a mistake.
An intensive.
And I feel like the son is handling it the best way. And from what my perspective is, which is frustrating, I feel like Kevin Sr. is trying to find any way to make the Braxtons seem like, oh, they're doing wrong. They're doing wrong. They're against me. They don't know what's going on. They're trying all of this stuff. My whole thing was when I first saw the when I first saw the interview of Kevin Sr. saying, first of all, that video was so long ago, and I was thinking, so you were beating up your son when he was younger? What are you saying to us? What are you saying to us? The only thing you need to say is that footage, it was released, and it was father and son. We were going through things. We had a very tumultuous time. There's been a lot that's been going on with me losing my wife, grieving that, us trying to figure out what our living situation is, my son going through grieving his mother, his thing. It was two Black men who were struggling to figure out how do we move forward without the person who was an integral part of helping us. But no, we have Kevin Sr. who wants to go out here and help every Tom, Dick, and Harry get the files, get the police reports, showcase this, and this is what the branches say. You're acting like a maniac, and you're not acting like a dad. You're acting like a maniac, and you're not acting like a dad. And I know me and my mom get into fights, and me and my stepdad used to get into fights. You ain't charging at me. You ain't saying, come on. We're talking like human beings. Now, I don't know what y'all people do. I don't know. And if y'all want Kevin Senior side of the story, go watch Really Be TV. No shade to her. That's my favorite. She's one of my faves. I love her I love her down and dearly. But I just feel like we're giving Kevin Senior too many passes where it doesn't seem like he's handling things well as well. And instead of just pushing everything on Tracy, Tawanda, Trina, Tamar, and everybody else, this man needs to take some responsibility and stop pointing at everybody else because he can't handle his shit. What the show is not showing y'all all of the after show. This man is also seeming crazy. He also is seeming like everything's not there with him. He's doing lives right after. He's trying to make sure that he wanted just as badly as everybody else. I can't take it. Let me get all this because I'm not about to start getting upset. That's all we have for the show today. Make sure you have a really good Monday, really great to do it. I'm giving you a positive energy. Positive. Actually, don't take that. That was chaotic. This is positive energy. this positive energy. I hope everybody has a really good Monday. Take this positivity. Go into Monday knowing you can conquer it and you can win. Okay. That being said, if you all want to know more about me and everything else I have going on, you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter, BusyBlu, no space, no E. You can also find me on Twitch, BusyBlu, where this is definitely streaming right now. I love each and every single one of you all. I'm about to go get busy, and you all stay busy. Till next time.
I don't care about your Myers-Briggs personality test. Tell me what channel you watched as a kid. Like, people who grew up watching Nickelodeon are sarcastic, funny, and could read someone to filth by the age of 9. If you're hanging out with this person, you need to be prepared to be professionally roasted, but it's always done out of love. Almost always. PBS Kids were ingredients households. Like, if you were hanging out there, you weren't getting a bag of fruit snacks or a Pop-Tart. It was like a handful of shredded cheese and some cashews. These were the smart kids, either because their parents were very involved or their parents were not involved at all, so they learned how to fend for themselves at a very early age. Cartoon Network kids were feral. They were always in trouble, and they may or may not have been responsible for lighting their entire neighborhood on fire. Disney Channel kids lived in high expectations homes, and they usually wore brand name clothing and were insufferable theater kids who grew up to have a favorite reality TV show. Fox and WB kids had to constantly be told to stop climbing on the counters and jumping on the couch. They chewed on their sleeves, they developed a love for the X Games, and now they go to the gym, brah. Discovery kids were the weird kids, but like in a good way. They were cool. They usually had a very niche special interest they got into, and a lot of us, I mean a lot of them, were diagnosed as neurodivergent much later in life because they masked so darn well. And what if you watched all of them? Then you watched too much TV. But you're in good company. I don't care about your mind.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, BusyBlu, and we are back.
Get busy in here, get busy in here. Yeah, my squad run deep. Yeah, we really in here. I swear whatever you want, you can get it in here. Comedy or the drama, it's a mixture in here. But you love it in here.